반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
The moment had come and Hwang Jin Goo stood holding a bracelet asking, "What is this bracelet?" He had finally found the box that Goohana had kept for so long. Their story began years ago when they were children. Hwang Jin Goo, who had heart problems, spent a lot of time at the Sarang Songmo Hospital. One day while there, he accidentally filmed Goohana being threatened by her adoptive parents. Bored from his hospital stay, Hwang Jin Goo had taken up filming with a camcorder. He would capture moments of people around him and watch the footage later. One day while filming, he caught the tense scene of Goohana being harassed by her adoptive parents. Even though he hadn't meant to film it, he ended up capturing their entire conversation. This footage would later help Goohana escape her abusive situation and return to the orphanage. During that time, Goohana and Hwang Jin Goo became familiar with each other, exchanging a few words, but neither of them shared their names. Eventually, Goohana had to go back to the orphanage. On the day she was leaving, Hwang Jin Goo ran to give her a gift, a bracelet he had always worn. Surprised, Goohana asked him what it was, and he told her it was a lucky bracelet. He explained that it had helped him recover from his illness and that now she would need it. After that, they parted ways and their childhood together came to an end. Goohana cherished the bracelet as a reminder of that kind gesture. Years later, as Goohana uncovered the bracelet again, it held deep meaning. Not only did it remind her of their childhood bond, but it also connected to another important memory. Before Hwang Jin Goo had seen her at the hospital, he had first noticed Goohana running barefoot along the beach. She was escaping from her adoptive parents' threats, and in her panic, she hid behind the car. That day, Yoon Sung-ho, along with his children Yoon Se-young and Yujin, had gone on a picnic. While the children played, Yoon Se-young pressured Yujin to get on a fishing boat even though she didn't want. Goohana, hiding behind the car, witnessed everything. She even saw Yoon Se-young running away from the boat alone, leaving Yujin behind after she fell and got hurt. Goohana, worried about the situation, tried to speak to Yoon Se-young, but she quickly left, pretending nothing was wrong. Later, when Yujin's accident led to her death, Yoon Se-young continued to lie about what happened that day. Goohana and Yoon Se-young didn't know they had crossed paths before. However, Hwang Jin Goo's camcorder footage held the key to everything. He had filmed the beach scene without knowing the identities of the people involved: Yujin, Yoon Se-young, and Goohana. Now, years later, Goohana discovered the bracelet in the box. As she realized its connection to Hwang Jin Goo, she had no idea that the boy she had met long ago was him. Hwang Jin Goo, moved by the discovery, decided to show her the footage he had taken back then. As he played the video, Goohana was unaware of the children's identities, but the adults watching could easily recognize them. Yoon Sung-ho, Shin Yeo-jin, and others knew exactly who they were. The video sparked an investigation into Yoon Se-young's involvement in Yujin's accident and eventually the truth about Choi Myung-ji's role in Yujin's death. Though no one could prove exactly what happened on the boat, the truth began to surface. Meanwhile, as Goohana continued living under the identity of Yujin, Yoon Se-young's mental state worsened. She became angry and lashed out at a child, Eun-chong, over a trivial matter. As the truth about her actions and past began to unravel, Yoon Se-young's life took a downward spiral. She tried to manipulate others, including Goo Ji-seok, to hold on to the life she once had. But her plans only led to more complications. Eventually, Yoon Se-young's deception about her pregnancy was exposed and her marriage to Hwang Jin Goo fell apart. In the end, all the hidden truths came to light and the consequences for those involved were inevitable.
'Cause you are beautiful.